For the nano VNA, I first calibrated the cables by connecting the two calibration cables with a female SMA female connections at the end. I connected the various loads to it, and then I connected the nano VMA to my computer using the nano VNA saver application. For the nano VMA saver application, I decided to do 10 segments so my markers would be more accurate. For all the markers that I needed, I went to display settings and went to the marker settings. To add the various markers I needed, for example, S11 magnitude and S21 magnitude, using this scrolls right here and clicking the check marks on the one that I need. The first part of the setup is connecting a SMA to BNC so that we can connect the mysterious load onto the VNA, and just running it and recording the data here. For the second part of the lab, I connected my wires like this using two SMA to BNC connectors and using our BNC-T connector to connect the last coaxial cable, and connected to that is either a short, open, or load. And looking at data, I use either the S21 gain or the S11 return loss to get the frequency and the bandwidth of each load. I click on pop-up chart and full screened it to help me get a more accurate measurement, and this is also how I save the graphs for this experiment. Here's the data for the first part of the lab. Using a digital multimeter and connecting it across the mysterious load, I found the nominal value of the resistor was around 300 ohms. Here's the marker points for the first set frequency, the half wave frequency at approximately 350 megahertz. And here's the second marker at the quarter wave length frequency around 175 megahertz. Next comes the short, open, and load of the second part of the experiment. I decided to take screenshots of the markers to help me refer back to it when writing the actual lab report. For the first part of the experiment, it asked us to compare the nominal value to the impedance on the given frequencies, and the reason why they do not match is due to losses from the transmission line. For the short, open, and load of part 2 of the experiment, it asks us to find FO and bandwidth. And for the short and open, they had to find FO and bandwidth, but for the load, it did not have any defined FO or bandwidth. It's because looking at the S11 return graph, we can clearly see that it did not fluctuate by 3 dBs around the 175 megahertz range, indicating that the load is not used as a filter for transmissions lines.